are being nice to each other? Is it because Anna's here?
Yeah, Anna's here, so we gotta be a little bit.
I was gonna say, like, even before coming on the podcast, I was like, I just need to call out and say that I am Team Kara because I've listened to every single episode and y'all are so mean to Kara.
Oh my god.
Case in
Yes.
point, right before we hit record. Anyway,
Big eye roll.
I'll let you do your little intro now.
That was recorded, so thank you. You were the intro.
We'll decide. I'll decide if that stays in or not. I'm not sure if we need to
We
hear.
gotta give her something. So.
It's a lot of pro Kara propaganda.
She can have 2 episodes in a row.
You created this monster.
Welcome to My Top Everything. I'm your host, Marian.
I'm Kara.
I'm Mara.
And I'm Anna. I'm new.
Yes, Anna is our guest star, our very first guest star. Welcome to the show.
I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we'll see if we can change that. Yeah. She's also our most loyal listener and one of our best friends. And
I am.
she's here to get in an argument with us and possibly ruin our friendship forever. There's high stakes at this podcast. High stakes.
We
Yeah.
will leave with either no more friendship or stronger friendship. And maybe you won't argue so much this time
I
since I'm here.
doubt it.
Be the peacekeeper.
I look forward to your
A
attempts.
friend who listens to this podcast told me I was the provocateur. That's my whole job here. I'm just here,
You are.
you know, it provokes people. It gets the people going. That's all I'm trying to do.
Keeps people going.
Yeah.
What'd they call me?
Hmm?
What did this friend call me?
So adorable. You were just so cute. They were like,
Thank
if
you.
I wasn't in a relationship, I would slide into those DMs. She's always begging someone to slide into.
What'd they call Kara?
Oh, the funny one.
Wow. What the
She's
I'm over
offended.
here popping my pussy for what?
Oh my God, Mara.
Mara often forgets she's on a podcast and just lets her rip.
Rolls.
I have a fan theory that she knows and she likes it. Like this is her persona. It's pussy popping pal.
Persona. Persona.
Her persona.
Her persona.
Ooh, my pussona.
Let's talk about your hairy persona.
Mara, your hair looks really cute. Did you get it cut recently?
Thank you. Yes, I did. The place I go to all the time was looking for hair models. And so this woman used my hair as a demonstration, and I gave her carte blanche.
What?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, thanks.
It's a term that she's using to mean like do anything, like whatever you
Yeah.
want. Carte blanche, like all the things
Aw.
encompasses all of it. I think that might be right. How do you spell it though?
CART space, clearly. BLANCH.
Okay, I have an alternative idea.
Okay.
BLANCE. No, cart. CARTE BLANC.
No.
Basically, I moved
Anna-
the E over.
Anna, would you like to
Tell
give
us
a
how it
guess?
is.
In my
I'll give
in
you
my
at least
head-
half a
Yes.
point. Give you half
Okay.
a point here.
Okay, in my head, I was visualizing it as CARTE space BLANCHE.
Congratulations, you get
Nice.
a point. Or half a point,
Half a
sorry.
point.
Half a point.
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself half a point for knowing what it meant. It says like a
That's
blank check.
I wasn't sure if
So-
I was pronouncing it right. That's why my face got quizzical.
Quizzical.
Quizzical. I love your persona this week.
Thank you.
Let's see how many JJ jokes we can squeeze into this one. We had a lot last week. There were a lot of JJs.
I don't
flying
even
around.
remember. Oh yeah, I started out with one.
It was baby
But-
girl names.
Oh,
gosh.
So of course
It's not
there
as
was
bad
a
as
lot.
it sounds, Anna. Don't worry. It literally wasn't.
It's just as bad as it sounds.
So wrong.
I believe it.
But anyway, that's how I got bangs. And these are the first bangs I've ever liked because the way
I'm so sorry. No, Mara,
Back
I'm
to
so
me.
sorry. It's just, I thought you were about to say, so this is how I got banged.
Oh.
And both
Met my
make
lover.
sense. But anyway, continue talking about your bangs. They're lovely.
I love them. They look really, and it looks really cute up. It's a whole thing, but I think I'm at my breaking point of my hair needs to get out of my fucking face. So I think it'll be like this for a bit.
You got to start pinning it back. That's what everyone does.
But
Just
she
pretend
sent
you
us
don't have
that.
them.
She sent us that photo yesterday, post pin. She had like pinned it
Because
for
yeah.
her workout, and then when it was unveiled after it, I guess you had to commit to the pinning. You can't unpin it after.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I've been taking a bang bath every day.
A
gonna-
bath.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
apologize in advance because I can feel the force of when I use a P word, like on this microphone, this little lavalier, and I just want to apologize to everyone. I'll try to avoid P words going
Just
forward.
soften the P.
I like this.
Yeah,
This
I
is
need
a good challenge.
I need a pop filter on this tiny lavalier.
Not to be that person, because I know that I am a guest in your home, and I very much appreciate being on the podcast.
Wow,
but is it
I'm
normal?
I'm not liking. I'm already not liking.
I'm just
where this is
saying,
going.
is it normal that we're 10 minutes in and we haven't even played the intro music yet?
The intro music
Yeah.
is played after or put in post. So
Right, but you always say like, "Can I get some intro music?" And then it's like, do.
Yeah, we
Cute.
didn't do that, but don't worry. I think we'll probably put in the part where you, after being bribed by Kara, endorsed her as like the
I was not
beginning
bribed.
part.
Love that.
Wow,
we don't know that.
Kara, how much did you bribe her with? Because she's like doing really well.
It's because
at
I was
acting.
interested in her bush. That's it. That's all it took.
I feel like you need to explain that now.
No explanation.
people
That's
Yeah, like-
not what you think.
If you have a theory on what we mean, email us at mytopeverythingpodcast@gmail.com.
Please don't. I have to read those. No.
Ooh, Kara, you should send one in.
Oh, I should start. Yes. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
but I think at one point I was told not to make anonymous.
Yes, we
Email
have
so that I can email.
specifically with you because we suspect that you might try to email us under the guise of someone else. Okay, let's get into today's topic. Our topic this week is top 3 niche jobs I would do if they paid for the cost of living. Now, I had a lot of questions when I read this topic. I did not come up with it. I believe, my guess is, Mara, by the way this was written, you came up with this topic.
I have no recollection of typing this out.
Oh, Grayson?
Unless it was Grayson, it was you.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I don't remember doing this.
It was me.
Mara. It has
It's gonna
Mara
be
written
good.
all over it.
Yeah. This is concerning, though, because I really had this follow-up question. So the fact that you don't remember is not going to help enlighten what I'm about to say next. But what's it mean? Like, what did you mean by niche jobs? And what did you mean when you said, like, if they paid for the cost of living?
Okay, this was me because it was. I remember now. Mostly because it would be really nice if I could work 6 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, and still make the same salary.
That
doesn't
no
equal 40.
bearing on anything that we just talked about.
Right. Okay, let me fill in a couple more gaps. So, like, with that, I was thinking about, okay, what other things could I do that would still pay me the same salary? Like,
So,
how
okay.
weird could I get?
So
I think you just mean like low stress jobs or like low time commitment jobs that pay really, really well. Like all of those bullshit CNN articles, like Made It articles of like, I work 2 hours a week and I make $365 million. Like those kinds of things.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing, though, is they could pay, what is it? For
Cost of living.
Cost of living. So it's not even the made it's just bare minimum, like 40K a year to
No,
hang out and live in
no.
the US?
No.
Wow, I hate it when I say numbers.
It's not. So, like, you know how I think this stemmed from on Hinge, one of the prompts is what is a job you would do if money wasn't an issue? And I think that's my take on this, because a lot of people will write certain things, but like as far as like career wise go, like I think some things sound interesting, but the salary to me is like not worth the job.
Okay, see, that's the problem I had with this is I created a list that was basically that, because I was like, oh, maybe she's just talking about jobs that don't pay well. And so, like, if they did pay well, what would I do? Or was she talking about like obscure jobs that I could think of off the top of my own dome, my own little cranium, coming up with some jobs that don't exist, but if they did, like, I would do them if they paid enough for me to survive. And then also I was like, if the job already pays for the cost of living, but I guess that's a better phrasing, what you just said about the Hinge thing. What job would you do?
And
money weren't
to
an
me,
option.
Cost of living includes like still money to vacation.
Yeah.
Like it's not bare min. Like you still have fun money. My list is a bunch of weird shit I like to do. And I don't think any of these are jobs in real life.
Okay.
This is going to be fun.
Let's have Mara go first.
Oh my God. Okay. I got this. My number 3 top niche job that I would do if it paid cost of living would be a combination of peeling dried wax off of things and laminating items.
Okay.
How are those connected?
Thank you.
How can you combine such disparate things? Like, I'm curious. Can you like walk me through what that job would look like? Like what? I'm gonna treat this like a job interview now. Like, take me through your day to day. Like, what does a regular work day look like for you?
I wake up at 9 a.m. I get into work at 11. They feed me lunch. I then get driven to like a candle factory or something. And then
Something.
I don't know. I gotta go where the wax
it's now
is.
3 p.m.
Yeah, you've driven out of town through the next town to an adjacent town to go to the old candle factory.
There's gotta be a candle factory within 20 miles of me.
You've gone to Yankee Doodle Co. or whatever. Is that what it's called? The candle? The
Yankee.
I think it's just Yankee.
It's just Yankee Candle. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, want to slap it?
No, sorry.
I don't do slap bets.
Yeah. Yeah, Anna's not brave enough to do a slap
saying
bet.
that it's not that I'm not brave. I just don't condone violence.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it violence if it's a touch between two friends? That's
a touch.
that's been agreed upon.
I remember that slap bet of you slapping Lucas is still like burned into my memory. That was wild. You rattled his brain.
We should probably have one that's like top 3 slap bets at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, but getting back to Mara, I have more questions.
Yeah.
Would you use the wax that you peeled off to like make your new form of lamination?
Whatever happens with the peeled off wax is the company's business. I'm not a part of that. I just break it off of things. The lamination was like, I don't want to do one thing all day. And so I was like,
mix it up.
I also think, like, honestly, these are both like part-time jobs, so you do need to combine them. It's a good thing you didn't come up here with just one of these things, because that would have been hard.
I almost said just.
So,
Yeah. This
don't
is
you
not
think
a real
it'd be
job.
monotonous?
I think I could listen to books all day, and like I would talk to different people.
You're in a factory. They're not going to let you put headphones in.
That's true. That's
You're going to be raw
safety.
dogging it.
Okay, I'll go next.
Raw dog it now.
What?
I said I raw dog it now.
At work?
You think I listen to things in my ears all day?
Yes.
I don't.
How much of the time, though?
I beg to
I'd
differ.
say like
Yeah.
I think you do.
50-50.
You like call people, you listen to music.
Yeah, but there are lots of times of the day where I'm like, I need complete silence or I'm going to go insane.
All right. I mean, I'm just 50% is kind of a lot, but that's fine.
You're not in there with me.
You just told me it's on a recording 50% of the time.
Okay, but you didn't believe me.
I still don't.
Okay.
Hence the argument.
I'll keep a timer tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm off work tomorrow. I'll keep a timer Thursday.
Convenient. Yeah, you're gonna have to update us next week whether or not it's actually 50%. But maybe you should have somebody else. I don't know. It's just like you could work to make it 50%. That's the problem. Like if you find out that it's not.
I know, now you're not unbiased.
We'll just see what kind of data I pull.
I think you need third party.
Yeah.
No.
For no
This could be a
conflict of
job for
interest.
somebody.
There you go.
That's my honorable mention. Bet overseer, where friends and people hire me to be the third party in a bet to make sure that it's carried out fairly, done
I
well,
love that job.
and determine who is the winner.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I'm not picking wax off for like 4 hours of the day. This is like an hour job tops. I feel like it's
Why are
not.
they paying for you to live then and go on vacation?
Exactly.
So are you taking a point away from yourself right now?
No, you didn't say I
Or
had
am
to
I?
prove why they would pay.
Oh, but I think that's inherent.
My question also is, if you have Yankee or something, usually there's a glass jar. Bloop, they put stuff in, it moves along. Where is this wax coming from? Why
There's
are they asking you
there's
to
a
peel it
good
off?
question about like how much wax spillage happens in a candle factory.
You think they have a zero waste manufacturing process?
I think they have a pretty close to zero waste. Yeah, it's bottom line right there.
Doubtful.
I mean, those Yankee candles, though, my God, they're expensive. So
yeah.
maybe
They
they're
are very
accounting for all their
expensive.
spillage. And Mara's 1 hour a week job.
1 hour a week.
I don't listen. I don't know how long this would take. I didn't think about my day to day. I clearly haven't thought through this job interview at all, and it's not going well. I don't think they're going to hire me.
Did we learn nothing from the $1 million episodes?
No, I didn't. Apparently,
I am gonna go next. My number 3 niche job I do if it paid for the cost of living. I'm going with made up niche jobs. Maybe I'll do my real ones as like an honorable mention later. But my made up number 3 is significant event card ghostwriter. So when your grandma is turning 80 and you don't know what to say to her, or you want to send a Halloween card to your nephew, or Christmas cards, or breakup cards, or thank you cards. Yeah, you give them to me. I write them for you. I say very meaningful, wonderful things, or witty things, whatever you like, whatever your mood is. And then maybe I'd even mail them out for you. I don't know. Like, I guess that could
that
be part
has to
of
be
the
part of the
package.
package. You have to be mailing that shit out for me.
Yeah, but I'm a ghost writer. I'm not a mail producer. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's the word, but I'm not that. So like if you got married and you're looking at 150 thank you cards to write, I'm your gal. You just tell me a couple things about your relationship with someone and I will pretend to be you in a card.
It feels like more work than me writing two
No.
of the no.
Not
okay.
everybody enjoys writing thank you notes. Marianne, if this doesn't already exist, I think you should definitely like make an account on Fiverr or something.
Yeah.
You could turn this into a pretty lucrative business.
That's what I was going to say.
You think people would pay me for that?
Oh, for sure they
Yeah.
would. Yeah.
People hate writing cards, myself
It's hard.
included.
Like what? Sorry, your dad's dead.
Wow,
Where do I go after that?
It went so dark so quickly.
I guess where do I start?
Not with sorry your dad's dead.
Exactly.
My deepest condolences.
Right.
Something along those lines.
No, I'm on
Right.
Google every time I'm writing one of those cards.
Would you be concerned, Marion, that being a ghostwriter for significant event cards would take too much time away from your own writing that you wanted to do like for yourself? I see burnout in your future.
Like,
if
would I
you-
be too tapped out
Yeah.
from writing to your Uncle John to to do my own writing. Yeah, maybe, but if it's paying the bills, I feel like I would like it, you know? And it's a different type of writing. It's not
Sure.
like, you know, though I will say that when I was like a freelance writer writing like top 5 health benefits of blueberries, like it was terrible. It was it was soul destroying, and I did not want to write on my own while I was doing it. You know, all my thoughts were going to antioxidants, and that's not a great place to be creatively.
Wow. Unless that's your entire research.
Oh, counterpoint to this question. I do think that it would give a lot of material for my own personal writing, because people would be telling me like, oh, these are my relationships. Can you mention X? Can you mention Y? I'm sure I'll hear a bunch of juicy drama. Like it'll get things flowing. I actually think it could help improve my writing.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I'll be like, why do people communicate with each other? What are they trying to say?
And you can ask questions to get to know more about the drama or the person under the guise of needing that information to write the card, which is helpful for backstories.
That's a good point. Yeah, trick them.
People love being tricked.
All right, who's our next number 3? We're going to have to keep this going with an extra person.
You said that was your honorable mention.
No, my honorable mention was the slap bet. The bet.
Oh,
overseer.
yeah, the bet. Okay, got it. I'll go next. We should have Anna go last because
-1
she's
point
our guest star.
for not knowing what my real number 3 was.
Wow.
It's not her fault. Not -1.
Oh my god.
Anna, did you want to give me a point or
No, I'm not getting involved.
-1 to everyone for not knowing how to take a joke. Damn.
Are you serious
Okay.
right now?
No.
Is that a joke?
Nice one. Okay, my honorable mention is a made up one, but I really want to be one of those people that unpeels the plastic on new devices. Like, I just want to do that full time. If somebody, like, if you have, say that there's a big construction building, right, like a skyscraper, and they have that plastic on the outside of windows, I would hang in a harness and I would day in, day out pull the plastic off the windows, and it would be so satisfying. I know.
This is very close to the peeling wax thing.
That's why I can show you, Grayson. It was on my list before this episode.
Well, you didn't say it first, and as we know, that's what matters in this podcast.
Well, also, it's my honorable mention, not my number 3. So my number 3 is I would be a full-time camp counselor. And I mean, not sleeping there at night, not having like actual responsibilities, but I would just get to hang out and sing songs all the time and like run the high ropes course and stuff like that. It would be awesome. And I would actually make money and not, I think I made like $16 a day or some crap like that when I was a camp counselor.
It's something really bad. It's like, I was thinking it's like $20 a day or something if you're higher up.
If you're higher up.
Okay, what you're describing is kind of
management level.
A teacher, though. Like you're describing a teacher.
No. I said specifically I have no responsibilities. I'm not responsible for planning field trips. I don't have to deal with the parents. I just get to do all the fun stuff.
So you just have a job? You have a job that has no responsibilities? That's not what a job is.
She's got responsibilities of the safety.
Job. Yeah. I'm making sure they don't fall off the wall without like a harness. I'm making sure that they make best friends and they learn all the camp songs.
You can't make me make best friends.
Did you not make best friends at camp?
Yeah, I did.
Was the counselor pivotal in that? I don't know. I don't know that the counselor was the reason I made best friends.
Well, it will be in my case. You're welcome.
Would you travel around to different camps, or like would you be like
I think I'd have to, right? Like seasonally, you only have summer camps in the US, so there'd be like, I'd go to South America and do it for a while if I wanted.
You basically did this. You're like talking about your early 20es.
And it was
cost of
awesome.
living.
Yeah, but
it did pay cost of living. She lived. She
barely
had money,
and also I didn't do it full time. One, and also I taught and was an NGO person and that kind of stuff. It wasn't just being a counselor. I feel I have properly defended my position.
I do too. What's my responsibility with plucking wax and laminating shit? How much responsibility is in that? That's the job you give the youngest child right there. Like,
I'm the youngest child.
well,
Were you responsible for your wax?
Yeah, be careful what you say. There's 3 youngest children in the room with you right now.
oh my God. I forgot.
You're such an
How?
older child, Mara.
Yeah,
First
like so
child
envious.
daughter.
So envious of like younger children that you're thinking of jobs that they would do and wishing you could do them.
Yeah, you don't even have to psychoanalyze that. Correct. That's yes.
Anna, let's get your number 3.
Okay, so I honed in on the cost of living part of the prompt and I researched. This is why I said I spent 2 weekends preparing for this podcast.
I'm so excited.
Because I wanted to get the most bang for my buck. So I wanted to live in places that have high cost of living,
Nice.
but where I could also do really cool shit. So my number 3 top niche job I would do if it paid for cost of living is working for like the National Geodetic Survey. So you know, like those little survey markers like on top of mountains or like in national parks and stuff. The US is currently pretty well mapped, but I would go and like clean them or something. Or I could also like take that process like and go internationally to map some currently unmapped things. But I have some caveats. So I did almost die on a mountain one time. So therefore, I don't want to do anything above a class 3 difficulty.
What's
And
the
I'm also
highest
not
class?
camping. I think 5, maybe.
I didn't even know
But
that.
you would
Is
do
that-
a class 3?
I would do a class 3.
Okay.
It was a class 4. Well, it was a mostly class 2, class 3 mountain, but I almost died in like a class 4 part. I think, if I remember correctly. I don't know for sure. But yeah, class 3 would probably be my max difficulty, and I'm not camping. So anything that I can do in a day is what I would do. Yes, Kara.
number 1. 1, I didn't know that there were classes of mountains. 2, would you be willing to shortly tell that story about how you almost died? 3, this is very unrealistic. If you're mapping places, they are in the middle of nowhere at this point. Everything is mapped and you have to go camping.
No, not everything is mapped. Not because this is a United States specific organization. Like, and there's a lot of remote parts, like internationally, like globally, that don't have this set up yet. Like, especially like in the Himalayas or something. Those are all probably like way beyond class 3, so I wouldn't do that anyway, I guess. But I could help bring that.
You talking about like mountains on Prague?
What? I like hiking.
That are like, but you're like, oh, the international mountains haven't been categorized, but
Reaching within a day.
like
Yes.
they could probably have a drone do what you're talking about, but they're like,
The drone can't clean up.
We need to really fight back against drones and, AI. Otherwise, we're all just going to be taken over by robots. We need to save human jobs.
Yeah. It's a good sidestep there.
I agree with Kara.
I said I would clean.
Why are they
survey
clean? Why do they
markers.
need to be cleaned?
Because they're out and exposed all day.
They're metal.
And what do they
The
do?
element.
Like, do they need to be maintained, or once they mark something, are they done?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're
Didn't
just.
think that far through. Okay, you know what? I put the most time and effort into this
And you see how
prompt.
that works
I don't
out,
need
Anna?
your sass right now.
It took one. It took one to get it.
I agree with Kara. This is totally unrealistic in a world that would employ somebody to chip wax.
Oh, but
and
Mara's wax
laminate.
picking is totally realistic. GTFO.
We
Wow.
equally
Yeah.
agreed that was also unrealistic. So you and Mara are in level playing field now.
No, I think mine is way better. Way better. It actually like comes
What?
from
Yours
a real
has so many
job.
limitations. At least Mara wasn't like, oh, but if it's a wax spill of larger than a
literally said
meter,
she wanted
I'm not going to chip it.
1 hour a day. Like what?
You know how nice
That's
that would be?
realistic.
I get fed lunch, driven around, and I get to
Yeah, come on. At least I would be providing a service.
to clean something that might not even need to be cleaned.
They don't need to be cleaned, for the record.
I can bring it to other parts of the world.
But it's you told me. You said it's an American thing.
And we're going to colonize, Kara. All right?
No, I'm not colonizing it. It's just like mapping these other. We could bring something similar to other
Listen,
countries that aren't.
I love you very much, but
Oh no! Don't butt me! Don't butt me!
Oh, it's
when the geodetic survey was set up, this was before satellites, so we have like LiDAR and super.
Oh man! If only you
things to
had
get
a
us on it.
time travel machine, so you could go back to the 70s when this would be relevant.
I still think it'd be a cool job,
It would
and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, you have to.
Maybe you should pick a niche job that doesn't have to do with mountains then.
I still like climbing mountains or anything with like a national park stuff. It doesn't have to be a mountain.
I was looking up geodetic survey because I felt bad, and
Yeah, you should. I stuck up for you.
well, you learned.
That's the name of the game.
That's what you get? It's a thankless job.
Everybody's shit on Kara. I want revenge.
We'll get to her. I'm sure she's got one that I'm going to hate.
Always.
In this podcast, 1 minute you're allied, the next minute you're at each other's
I
throat.
know.
That's just
You're
how it
right.
goes.
You're right. I drank the Kool-Aid. I am not the peacekeeper. I'm disappointed in myself. Anyway, moving on.
I was right though.
Okay.
For the record, I had to look it up. I had to look it up because I felt bad. I was like, well, I just want to make sure, but it's we use satellites now.
Okay,
Anyway.
plus one to Kara for knowing more geodetic information off the top of her head than Anna's researching for 2 weeks.
I was going to give a +1 to Kara because she knew what geodetic meant when Anna said it.
To be fair though, I did study geography.
I was just gonna say it was
In
like her
undergrad.
major.
Yeah.
We're
Mythology.
giving her 1 point. That's it. It's just 1 point. It's not 2 points. It's 1 point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
My number 2 niche job I would do if it paid for cost of living.
I can't wait.
People would hire me to come to funerals or really depressing events, and I would just provide comedic relief. I would just like mingle around the crowd. I would talk to people, but like my thing would be dark humor, and that's what I'm there for.
That's actually a thing. When I was looking up,
Oh.
like people will pay other people to like attend funerals so that it looks like the person had friends. Who died. But, so sorry, but I like what you added, that you're there for like comedic relief.
Yeah, like I'm gonna mingle.
Yeah.
This tradition actually stems back from ancient times. The Romans and the Greeks would pay mourners to come, but it'd be like serious mourning. This is what I thought you were going to say, because this is like an ancient job that you're trying to profit off of. But they would literally, it'd be like you would need to be sobbing, screaming, like shrieking, and you would claw at your face. So it's like it was a very serious job. If you were like performative mourning and you're getting paid to do it. It's like a whole thing.
You could hire anybody from North Korea. Performative mourning.
Sorry, would you like to explain that?
I guess they like when that man died, they were crying in the streets. I don't know if we can put
Like
this
the
in
dictator?
podcast.
No, we have to. Yeah, who's he? Who's this man?
Say the name.
Well, it's not Kim Jong-un. That man's alive. Right? The guy that died for him to be in power.
Yeah,
His father?
dad. Whose
I don't
name
know
is-
his name. Kim.
At the same time? Should we say it at the same time?
Yes, ready? 3,
Ready?
2, 1.
Kim Jong-il.
I was so close.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Un
yeah,
is
they've got the first
current-
two. Yeah, part of the name is still the same because they're related. Yeah.
But like they were like taking his photograph around, and like the people were audibly like, apparently they were like, people were getting punished if they weren't showing like the appropriate level of sadness.
Yeah,
So
this
it's
isn't-
kind of
This isn't
bad.
this isn't a reach.
Yeah.
North Korea has been accused of putting on airs for a long time in different ways and forcing their people to pretend that they're not hungry or whatever. So so you want to be a North Korean citizen at funerals is what I'm hearing.
That's what I heard.
No, I was
no,
just
she wants to be the Yeah, sorry, Mara.
I was
Go
no,
ahead.
you're
She
fine.
wants to be a fun North Korean citizen, a happy one.
Yeah, I'm one that they're sending to prison because I'm not mourning correctly and I'm telling bad jokes that are inappropriate.
No, but they're not sending you to prison because they paid you to do that. They want you to make inappropriate
Okay, I
jokes.
brought up North Korea because I was relating it back to your ancient Greece thing. That has nothing to do with what I want to do. We're going to forget about that entire segue.
Are we?
Yeah, because it's confusing you guys.
No. We were listing examples of real like careers and jobs that have to do with your proposed job, and then you listed another example.
They're adjacent. I'm not going to cry. I might like sympathy tear up occasionally. But my point is to provide comedic relief.
Okay, yeah, you're a bereavement comedian.
Yeah, I'm easing the tension.
I would love if I die. Can you do that, please? If you die,
I will be doing that
after me.
because
Whoa.
if you die before me and I have to go to your funeral, Kara, the only way I'm getting through that without probably sobbing, being a North Korean citizen, is by like telling the worst jokes.
Dude, your death is going to be one big joke, Kara.
Thank you. I will live on in infamy.
There will not be a tear
points.
shed.
You're not gonna catch me crying.
Instead of do like stand-up comedy, you're doing like underground comedy.
Yeah, that's too frightening.
Sitting down comedy.
Underground, like death. That was funny.
Thank
you made a good joke.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I did the joke.
No, I caught it.
I should be
that
the
was
underground
good.
comedian.
-1 to Kara. Just kidding. +1 to Marianne for
Thank you.
doing my job for me as a number 2. Whatever. Look at me assigning points.
Yeah.
All right, Marianne.
My number 2 niche job that I do, if it would pay for the cost of living, this is not a real job. You're going to think it is, but it's not. I would plan your vacation and not like, I know what you're thinking. What are they called?
Travel agent.
Travel
Travel
agents.
agent.
Yeah. Okay, but not like that, because like mine would be like a whole fucking itinerary from like the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. Are you celebrating an anniversary or something? I'll plan all of it. I'll plan like where on your trip you'll be doing it, what you'll be doing, the speeches that should be given, the people you should invite. I'm talking about like a full like take event planning, but put it on a week-long trip of which you get to every year because you work in America.
I feel like this job already exists. You're like a wedding planner on crack, but instead of weddings, you're doing vacations.
If
A
the
wedding
job
planner has to do that.
if the job already exists, name it.
Travel agent.
No, not travel agent. Travel
It's
agent will
travel
give you 3
agent.
hotels and be like, here's your 3 hotels. Which one do you want to go to?
They have different levels of travel agents.
They do. They will plan your whole trip. I mean, not every minute of every day.
Yeah, not like this is where you'll go. This is what you'll do on this day trip. These are the places you'll go. These are the people you'll see.
I think your strongest argument was writing speeches and who to invite and special occasion type. I think that's where your niche job comes in.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
She's
they do
also
a
dictating
lot of
their
what you
love
said.
making. Did you catch that part?
No, I didn't.
She was
No.
like, "Are you
No.
celebrating an anniversary? I'm going to tell you where to do it." Totally missed that.
Nice. What is that? The
Yeah.
4th vagina reference? Good job.
That's a misread of what I was saying, but I do like it. Yeah. I'll plan the
I think you would though. If John called you and was like, "Listen, I need to know," and then you called the wifey and was like, "Where do you like to do it?" I think you'd plan it.
like where you were going to have your outdoor sex, where you were
Yeah.
going to have your post-fight sex, where you were
Yeah.
going to have your
Yeah,
risky
on day
sex.
3, you're gonna have a fight.
You're going to be mad. Just show those feelings to the side. There's going to be a bathroom in this Greek tavern, and that is
Ew.
the best place to do the angry sex.
Are you speaking from personal experience? That was so specific.
No, I want to clear that up. No.
Okay.
No, I think I was still a virgin when I went to Greece.
Ah.
Gotcha. You look like a fool.
What are those priestesses called? The Virgils? The Vigils?
The priestesses?
The priestesses.
Priestesses?
I'll look it up.
You get back to us.
I don't.
Yeah. To have somebody plan a trip at that granular of level is nice because then you just don't have to think about anything.
I'm saying like I would do what sometimes at my unhealthiest I will do when we're planning things. Like I'll go that far. You know what I'm saying? Like into things.
Yeah.
I'll do for our group for anyone if it paid for the cost of living because that would actually be dope. Yeah. Okay, Kara.
Okay, my number 2 is a baby animal raiser. So I could help raise elephants. I could do horses, dogs, cats, you name it. There are many people that do this. When I was in Kenya, I went to a sanctuary and they were taking care of the baby elephants because unfortunately the mothers have been poached. I have helped take care of horses in the past as they're growing up. My mom is currently raising a horse. There are dogs that need help being raised. My neighbor is doing it right now. You name it. I'm there. Baby animal, give it to me. I'll do it.
So you're talking about a wildlife rehabilitator.
But
It's
they
like
don't
a real
pay
job.
well. It is a real job, but they don't pay. The panda keepers get paid like $35,000 a year.
And it doesn't, I mean, it can be a real job. Remember, it's a niche job. So like
Your list might not be real, but Kara's is.
I thought Kara's wasn't real. What was her first one?
My first one wasn't real, which is why it was on my honorable mention. That was the sticker peeling.
Perhaps
-1 for not remembering her first one.
No, that's her honorable mention. What was your actual one then?
Camp counselor. You hated that one too.
Counselor. Okay, so you'll be a wildlife rehabilitator.
No, I'm not dealing with adult sick or dying animals, just babies.
The babies.
I'm not I'm not asking them to go out into the wild. I'm just, a baby is given to me, be it, a puppy mill situation, a mother getting shot, whatever it is. I will help raise the baby.
Here's what I'm going to say. You wouldn't be good at this job.
Agreed. What are you going to say?
I want to know what Mara was going to say.
Yeah, let's go with Mara first because mine's very specific.
There's just no way you could do this job. This would be mentally wrecking. Like, absolutely not. You would be crying all the time. You would be a wreck. Your mental health would be so bad because you would, at the end, have to, like, give these babies away. And, like, you cry when you see old people. So there's just no way that, like, something you've bonded with.
Yeah,
you're not going to be okay.
Your first baby squirrel that dies in your hands, you'll be done. But also, like, this is not a very relaxing job. This is like a 24/7, like, constantly waking up, milking the baby. Milking the
baby?
It's a good thing I'm the baby taker care of her.
Yeah.
You're out there trying to milk him?
Like, you complained about that one dog that followed you around all the time. What are you going to do with a little baby skunk? No. Also,
I mean, elephants don't need constant attention for the record. They come get food as they need it. You give them a dirt patch to play in.
If this is an orphaned baby elephant, you're going to be on this thing all the time.
I don't ride elephants. I'm not like that.
You're going to be with it. You're going to be connected. Get out of here. I didn't realize you were making a joke until I was mid-yell.
Here's also why I think this would be a terrible fit. One time when we were working together as year-round camp counselors,
nice, so it does exist.
We found a baby mouse together. Do you remember this at Pally? Yeah,
no.
a little baby mouse. That was
I'm not saying it didn't happen.
I'm sure it was Kara. We found a little baby mouse, and it was like clear, like it was out in the open. And we were like, let's try and rehabilitate it. And we like took it into the shed and we were like, oh, what are we going to do if this mouse lives?
This was the person you went to Egypt with.
No.
Kate, right?
No, it was you, because we would talk about like, what are we going to do if this mouse actually makes it through? And then we went back and we were scared to check. When we checked, the baby mouse was dead.
I remember you finding a mouse at Sacagawea.
That's a different one. I've got a lot of baby mice in my life. It's like I'm like cursed with it. Instead of like the crow man from Hey Arnold, I'm like the baby mouse lady from my life. And you were part of this. This was you.
Do you have
This
a
was
photo? Like this, I would remember a baby animal because I'm sure it was sobbing.
Yeah, see, I think the fact that you don't
happened.
makes this even more damning. And I said damning.
No,
Damning.
don't bring the damning up again. The N is silent.
It was trauma, and that's why you don't remember it. You couldn't do this job.
I don't
Negative one to
disagree.
Kara for false.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't even know
Negative
if
one
it's
to Kara
true,
for
Mara.
not remembering the mice.
Negative one to Marion and Mara for being total dream crushers. Like, my God.
Thank you. I'll take it all day. I'll take
Here's the
that
thing.
negative one.
Here's the thing. Number one,
Yeah.
I don't remember it. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm going to need some sort of evidence, a photo, a text message, something, because I'm not convinced it was me and neither are you. You think it was me.
I am 100% convinced it's you. I'm not confused at all.
I would be a great baby animal watcher. I do agree that 24 hours a day would probably kill me, but they'll grow up and then I'll get a break and then I'll move on to another baby animal.
My number 2 niche job that I would do if it paid for cost of living is I would be a merch girl or an usher, anything that would allow me to see Broadway shows for free all day or a day. And I would live in New York City and live it up.
I like that.
Actually a good one because I was looking up stuff online and that is one of the lowest paying jobs ever is a ticket taker or usher at playhouses.
Dude, that would be my jam. I'd be so excited to do that every day if I got to see awesome theater all day. And I'd like to expand it to off-Broadway as well. But if anybody's being a stickler, then I will just stick to Broadway.
Good job. You've learned already.
I actually have a friend who worked at Kimmel who that was his job for a long time he was like the swag seller guy.
Nice.
And he did love it.
Did he have other jobs? How did he live in New York off of that?
It was in LA, but good question.
Oh,
no
LA,
idea.
yeah.
No idea how he managed to make money off of that at all.
I like that. I have nothing bad to say about this one.
Thank you.
Good job.
Let's just not do sponsors this week. It's not even anything to say. Unless
You're skipping sponsors?
What you gonna say?
I would like to say this episode is sponsored by Grayson because he gave me a microphone. So thank you, Grayson.
Number 3, as always.
Yeah.
His thumb just shot.
Cute. Number 2 is me for coming up with the question.
You're not even convinced that's you. Minus 1 point.
Yeah, I agree. Minus 1 point. Okay. Number 2 could be you. If you listening, you could be our sponsor. Email us at mytopeverythingpodcast@gmail.com and make us an offer we can't refuse. And number 1 for this week's episode is higher education, creating niche jobs everywhere, making your dreams come true.
That's such a good one.
Okay.
I almost put on my list to do some sort of like I learn forever, and then I was like, wait, that already exists.
People
And people get paid to do it.
Yeah.
Perpetual grad student.
My quick honorable mention list here is the real niche jobs that I would do. Number 3, mail carrier. Bam. Easy. If I could really make a good living off of that, I think I would enjoy walking around everywhere all day, getting to know people, spying on them in their houses. I think I would love it.
That's exactly what you would do.
I would. I without a doubt, you would not want me as your mail carrier because I'm snooping. I am snooping.
Federal crime. What's number 2 crime? How can you argue that's a federal crime?
To look through someone's
she's
window?
not walking into someone's house.
Yeah.
She's just looking at whether or not, like, Petunia actually trimmed her petunias that week, and is the drama between John and Jerry going to resolve itself someday because he finally mowed? That's her type of drama.
I'm talking about looking through the mail.
Oh
no, I never
she's
said
she's
I'd
talking
look
about,
through
like,
the mail.
if the windows happen to be open, Marion is, diving and dipping to see what's going on. Yeah.
You're just not a very thorough spy.
No, I'm spying on people through their windows. Kind of like what I do on my evening walks already. I'll walk past people, and if they've got their window, not open, but if the curtains or the shutters or blinds are open and the lights are on, I will look in to see what they're doing. I like that. I enjoy that. And
you do.
If I were a mail carrier, I get to do that all the time.
And you get to be closer. like to the window.
Yeah, I'd have like an excuse to really get up in there.
Yeah. Nobody's going to question that.
Well, they will after the 17th time.
You should probably just buy a postal uniform.
Now we're getting into the federal crime territory.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is a federal crime.
Impersonating a mail carrier.
A government worker.
Government,
Yes,
yeah.
I believe so. My number 2 real niche job is bingo manager. I think I would love to shout at old people all day. I would like everything about it. I love raffles. I love people winning prizes. So bingo manager with everyone, like I've cried at so many raffles. Yes, Kara.
I was just about to tell a story about how we once, I think it was Pally, we were at some like end of season party or something.
Yes.
And Marion didn't know there was going to be a raffle and they announced it. And she turns to me and she is just sobbing out of excitement, like fluid leaking out of every orifice because she was like, there's a raffle. It was the funniest thing I've never seen anybody be that excited. And I think you won something.
I just want to say,
did,
Kara,
yes.
Kara, you acknowledge you were in Pally.
I didn't say I wasn't at Pally.
Her memory's
I never
coming
denied.
back.
It's coming back. It's
Yeah.
coming. It's
Anna's
coming.
connecting the dots.
You will too one day.
Find me a baby. Find me a baby image. I never denied I lived at Pally. It's in past episodes.
Anyway, that I just do love raffles. So I think I would really like bingo and announcing it and watching people win things. I'd probably cry every day. So that's my number 2. My number 1 real niche job is hot air balloon pilot. I would love to do that. I think that would be so fun to go around the world and fly my little hot air balloon over the Serengeti, and other places that have hot air balloon rides. And there are
Do
also,
they do that?
yeah. I mean, I met a guy who was doing that once when I went on a hot air balloon. He was like, oh yeah, in the winters or something, I do the safaris, and then I do Thailand like in the spring, Turkey in the summer. And he also like does races where they have like hot air balloon pilots get in their hot air balloons and you race and you're like trying to pick up keys to like a convertible that are on the ground or whatever, and you're trying to be the first like basket to pick it up as you're in your hot air balloon and you're like racing.
Dude.
So
Oh
yeah,
my
I
God,
think I
that
would
should
love that.
be. Yeah, I think your job should just solely be competitive balloon racer. I feel like you would dominate.
Yeah, I think I would really like that. So that's why it's my number 1 real niche job. And that's my interlude. Let's get to our number 1s. Ma'ara.
Well, I'm just real quick gonna say my honorable mentions.
Sorry, what?
I'm real quick gonna say my honorable mentions on mensch.
Ooh,
No,
that's
that's
a
cut.
level up.
Walking in the woods.
You want to say it normal, maybe?
I did in the middle. Here are my here are my honorable mentions. They are not real jobs. Once again, they're just other weird things I like to do. Walking in the woods, looking for cool rocks, creating what a lot of people would call objectively bad art, and plucking ingrown hairs and blackhead removal.
I knew that somebody was going to put pimple popper or something up in here, and I knew it was going to be you or Marion.
Okay, so you didn't know it was going to be her. You just said you knew somebody was going to do it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not even going to argue it.
My number
Good job.
1 niche job that I wish people would pay me a living wage for is reading.
Dang, you have a
Like
lot
I
of
don't have to
honorable mentions.
review the book. Maybe there's a live cam just watching me read. I don't have to read the book out loud. I'm not doing that. But I read and somebody pays me to do that.
And you're not like QCing it or providing a review after you're doing nothing.
I mean, I guess I could write a review, whatever.
Eh,
You hate it?
that's just my buzzer noise for no. I don't.
Oh,
Yeah,
you don't have to like it.
It's not a job in
No,
any
it's
stretch
not.
of the
It's a
imagination.
hobby.
I agree. Correct, but I want to be paid to do it.
This isn't.
hobbies I wish were jobs.
There has to be some sort of exchange. It's a job.
I'd like to be paid to make my art. That's my number 1.
Your art is reading. Is that it?
No, she's got
she
art.
wants to be
This
paid.
is-
I'm pivoting, I guess.
You're pivoting,
because
okay.
it's not a job.
She crumbled under the pressure.
Your number 1 is You'd be an artist.
Yep. Unironically. People would pay.
Is that niche? What kind of art do you do?
No, it's not. I'm floundering over here.
Someone said it.
Just accept the -1 and we'll move on. That's all.
That's my number 1. This is so embarrassing. I've never floundered this much at a number 1.
Really, yeah, it's really bad.
You shouldn't have blown through all of your honorable mentions before this.
I know.
You could've-
I'm thinking about it right now. I done f***ed up.
You could be a
Aaron.
mushroom hunter. There are also people that professionally go look for like diamonds, right? Like you sift through rocks and stuff. I feel like you'd be good at those things.
Oh, that's true. I actually created a niche job for each of you. And mine for Mara was she finds your stuff for you. So
I thought about that on my drive home and then I forgot to write it down. If I got paid for every time I found something for somebody, like...
Yeah, you'd be the person they call when they've misplaced their phone, their wallet, their keys, anything, something really obscure, and you would find it for them. And I believe that could be a real job, unlike reading.
I agree that I would have to do something with reading. I don't want to be an editor, but I could be, okay. I could read a bunch of books and be a really mean editor because sometimes I read books and I want to write strongly worded emails to the authors.
Maybe that's what you do is you get paid
ruined it.
to write these strongly worded emails for all the people, like almost like a class action lawsuit where you're representing the fandom. And you're like, this is not okay.
You ruined what you had. It was 3/4 of this was amazing. And then you blew it.
Yeah, so my number 1 niche job. What
are the rest of our jobs that you created for us?
Oh,
when you like to know, weather boy.
Well, what if you came up with this yourself?
What? You mean my number 1?
I mean, like, what if it's your number 1?
You have to say your number 1 first.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's not just Christmas.
Mara really liked the one that you made for her. It's Christmas.
She about jizzed her pants with that one.
Number 5.
My number 1 invented niche job that I do if you paid for the cost of living is your personal game night participant. So you don't have a 4th. You need a 4th to make your Hearts game go well. Put me in, coach. You want somebody else to win or lose? You tell me beforehand, and I will secretly aid in whatever objective you have. So just getting hired to go around and be a part of people's game nights. Yes, questions. I see a lot of them.
Would you ever accept defeat if you're being paid to do so?
Oh, they want me to blow it.
To make themselves look
well,
good.
you just said too that if you needed to facilitate somebody in particular winning that was not you, could you do it?
Yeah. That was my question.
I love you guys. This is a great cue. I didn't even think of this. The silence.
Oh my god! This is your job, Marion. You're getting paid to live in probably some really swanky place, and you can't throw a game.
I thought the yes would come easy, but it's hard. It's hard. You know, it's not in my nature. Do they want a competitor? Do they want a real game night, or they want us to sit around? And
they are hiring you to do a job and to provide a particular service. So you might need to be very specific about the types of services that you will provide as a game night participant.
Also, who are you willing to hoodwink? Like, why are they asking you to lose? Who are they trying to fool?
I mean, like, what if, imagine this scenario. You want to have a game night to cheer up your friend who's recently been broken up. You want to give them a little self-esteem boost, feel good. You bring me in.
They would have to win.
Game night participant strategist. Say, hey, help them out. It's their birthday. They just got broken up with, blah, blah, blah. We want them to win. Be a part of this.
And you would have to let them win.
Yeah, I think that if I could actually like phrase the job as game night hitman, I think that would help. Like if if I put it in those terms, then it's not like it's me just being a participant and like throwing it. It's like I have a real purpose.
That could be a package, actually. Like you can still like, I think your official title could be like game night strategist, but then you could have like the hitman package where you're like,
if they want me to throw something, like if they want me to try not to win, that's gonna cost extra. That's like a premium.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like you can set your own prices.
Yeah.
Like, I can see you going to like in the middle of like being close to victory. You're just like, oh, I was supposed to lose this one.
Yeah. I mean, if they want
their deposit back and everything.
If they want me to play Candyland with a bunch of 6-year-olds and not trounce them, I'm gonna need an extra bit of money.
Dude.
Kara, what the is that face for?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. So
with
came in hot.
Judgment.
I was trying to come up with a scenario that Marion wouldn't accept. Like if she loses, like this is why I've been thinking. This is my face. I was trying to figure out, like, okay, say that you have like a family dynamic where they really need the uncle to lose because then he's going to lose his car or something, and he's an alcoholic. You know, like some really dramatic, ridiculous situation where you're going to lose, but it actually ends up like hurting somebody. Like, I wonder if you have limits or you're just the hitman and you just, here's your red envelope, do it. No questions asked.
Wait, sorry. I was thinking really hard about the whole baby mouse situation. I did so not.
Oh my God.
Are you trying to think if we have a photo? Because we don't.
No, I was just thinking about like, why can't you remember it? And you got in my head. Now I'm like, do I need to like message Cater and be like, did we try to save a baby mouse together? Anyway.
Yes, you should. And CC me on that email.
Okay, I will.
BCC.
I'm going to text her. I'm not 50. I'm not going to email her. Anyway.
I just got off work.
Oh, wow.
What was the scenario where I would say no to being a hitman?
No.
Was it good? Can Anna or Mara confirm that it was a good scenario?
It was if losing a game ended up actually like hurting somebody.
Like they lost their house if they you don't care.
How would that happen?
I don't know. That's what my face was for. I was trying to figure it out so I could pose you a really difficult question and then
okay, sorry, excuse me. Thank you for being vulnerable with your brainstorming.
I think that I would hire you to come over and win so that you could beat the person that's always winning and probably already annoying me, because it's less annoying if a stranger wins.
Here's where I would be a really good hitman. You're like, fucking Johnny's like really getting my goat at work. I want to put him down a peg, invite him over to a game night, just trounce him. Don't care. Just humiliate the boy in Trivial Pursuit.
Next time you're in town, I'll bring you to John's game day.
I was like, I feel like Mara's going to be your first client. That's exactly what I was thinking.
And I will pay you a 1 McDonald's drive-through meal.
Damn, I'd take it. That sounds good. Maybe I'll do that for dinner.
Nice.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay, so my number one is I would be a vegan food taste tester because Lord knows they need them.
Yes,
and
correct.
I feel that I'm a pretty positively picky person, and I have very specific requirements, and I feel like half the vegan food out there is not meeting my requirements, and I don't really understand why. So I think that's a real job. I win. Thank you.
The food scientists do need tasters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is good. Yeah. This is very close to what I was trying to come up with you for. Like, I was trying to think some type of like niche job with like food tasting or like rejecting food for you. Hey. But then I thought you might get a little offended because, you know, you
care so much if I get offended on the podcast.
You bring up like every 3 months about how you were named pickiest eater in high school because you were vegetarian. And so I didn't want to, you know, like pigeonhole you that way.
Open old wound.
What? It's 1, not a wound. 2, 3 months is a very big exaggeration. 3, I
watched you cry over it. Like the last 6 months.
Shots fired.
I cried because I was voted pickiest eater?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
I like how she's considering like it actually happened. No, it didn't actually happen, guys. It's called embellishment. I've been embellishing. No, every 3 months. No, you don't bring it up, but you do bring it up quite often, at least once a year, that you were voted pickiest eater just because you were vegetarian in high school.
Yeah. I'm okay being pigeonholed. I'm a vegan. I've pigeonholed myself, you know? I have picky standards.
Sorry for trying to be sensitive to you for once.
Thank you.
I'll never do it again.
Oh, this is a good job for you.
So you didn't come up with one for me, is what I'm hearing.
I did. So originally I was like, oh, Kara her niche job that doesn't exist, that should be, she should just tend other people's gardens. But then I realized I was talking about a gardener.
Listen, can I tell you my job idea that I had the other night? I can't remember if I texted you guys it. My job idea was that, so everybody has these yards, right? Especially in the Midwest. And they don't want necessarily to have to mow their stupid grass. Let me go on my diatribe about grass. Boom, done. And then instead of having grass or wildflowers or whatever, they hire me. And in the winter, this is actually my job idea. I'm actually going to make this happen at some point. They hire me. I plan out their garden with them. You know, we sit down at the kitchen table together. We have our coffee, our tea, our whiskey, whatever it is. And we plan out, do you want carrots? Do you want like an apple tree, whatever? We plan it out. And then in the spring, if they want, they can help me figure it out, plant it, whatever, decide on their accoutrement. And then in the summer, I come over and I help pick it and I like maintain the garden. And I can teach them how to can stuff or any of that. Anyway, I'm really excited. I think that would be an awesome job. So good job, Marion.
Look at that. Two out of 3 so far. We'll see if Anna likes hers. Spoilers. She's not going to.
All right. I have to start my number one. Well, not my number one. An honorable mention. My honorable mention would be, I would be a Disney princess. But I have no desire, like a character, I mean, like at a theme park. Kind of already do this now. I still put on my prom dress like once a year, and I'm Belle for like a daddy-daughter dance at a local church. And so it'd be great to do that. I have no desire to live in Florida.
I was going to ask that.
LA. Yeah, no. So I would not be an Orlando princess, but LA is a little more appealing.
Would you go to North Carolina? Because North Carolina is currently creating a package to try to lure Disney away from Florida.
For
Wow.
real?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'd go to North Carolina. My cousin lives there.
There you go.
So yeah, I'd go there.
I know.
Alrighty. So my actual number one, and this is a real job, by the way. I didn't know it existed until I did my 2 weekends worth of research.
We'll see.
No, get this, guys. It's literally called a professional foreigner. You can get paid up to $1,000 a week to be like, to pose as like a celebrity or like a really important international person to help close business deals. I don't really care about like corporate and like making deals and all of that stuff. I just think that would be really fun to like assume a character and then just like put on a suit, shake somebody's hand, put $1,000 in my pocket, and then be on my way, and I could go anywhere I wanted.
Is this like a character, like a real, like you have to pretend to be Miley Cyrus and you hope that they don't look too close, or is it like?
No, I think it's more like they pretend. This
is Anna Featherbottom, and she's
it's
very
like a whole
important.
thing. She's so yeah. I just pretend that I am famous or really, really important.
But they don't like look it up.
I help seal the deal. I mean, we can probably put some fake stuff, fake news out there.
What is this called?
Real. A professional foreigner. It came up on Indeed, or no, not on Indeed.
Glassdoor.
No, I lost
Monster.
my headphone.
Fakejobs.com.
No, it wasn't. No. It was like I searched for like unique job ideas or something like that, and it was on several lists. By the way,
do you know that scene in Schitt's Creek where Alexis dresses up in Moira's clothes?
Yes.
And she looks like she's serving and goes to that meeting with David.
And they're like that.
Did you say serving cunt?
That's what I heard.
I don't like it.
No.
That's
so
a
because
scene.
Sorry. I think here's what I'm because I want to argue it. My interpretation of that is that because she looked like a professional, stern person, therefore she is a cunt. And I do not like that interpretation, that leap. But I understand where you were coming from.
I say it as a compliment and not as a...
I don't want men out there.
Mean.
Men,
Yes.
listeners of our podcast, don't go out there calling people cunts if they look awesome.
Especially if you're angry. Get
Yeah.
out of there.
That's like, wait, don't you have a viewer in Australia? That's like their swear word of choice. Why are you going to alienate your listeners in this way?
We don't mean them.
You're the one that's okay, random
Yeah.
Australian person.
Please keep listening. We need you.
We've mentioned you twice now.
I think
You're-
it's actually 3 times. It's getting
Wow, Kara, way to forget about your most loyal listeners.
Classic.
Just like the mouse.
just like Mousegate. Mousegate.
You're gonna have to come up with evidence, otherwise there's really nothing to land on here other than my lack of
God.
memory.
The mouse died. Why would we have evidence? It died.
I think I would remember
Let
a
me take
mouse
a picture
dying.
of this dead baby mouse.
Kara, I love you. I
Don't love you, but
I love you, but your memory's kind of terrible.
oh, I know.
Oh.
I'm not denying that. It's just generally when it's something like that, I think I would remember at least like walking back. Usually I have like a flippant little memory.
I am dying over the fact that Anna started this podcast like you guys were too mean to Kara. You guys, she doesn't deserve it. And by the end, she's just like, roast, Kara. Your memory
I love you, but
If you come after me, man, I told you I'm Italian. I get revenge.
Anna, the niche job I
Yeah.
came up for you was being hired to say no for other people. So if like there's
Ooh.
something that is a boundary for them or like they don't want to go to, you're the person who says no.
Hell yeah. I would totally do that and I would rock it.
Yeah.
I remember multiple occasions like literally dragging you and Kara away from creepy men in clubs after they kept like coming up to you and I was like, no,
That's
they're not
true.
interested.
Oh yeah, we're creepy man magnets. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're women, period.
my favorite when Britta would come out dancing sometimes, and she would just have both of her middle fingers up and like would be facing the crowd. Safe to say, men didn't really approach us. So
Love that. I did something similar, except I was flashing my engagement ring. I was like, don't talk to me. And that worked. I literally had a guy come up, like he started to come over and then he's like,
And you're like,
and for the
yeah.
listeners, I'm like pointing to my ring finger and like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, no, not happening.
that's sweet that he asked.
I mean, I guess, but
The bar is low.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
God.
literally what I was gonna be like. Really? That's where we're at.
Yes.
It's sweet that he pointed to his finger.
To your ownership ring.
Are you
does that
whether you
already
were worth interacting or not?
yeah.
Yeah.
What a nice guy. What a sweetie.
I hope he's doing well.
He really makes me believe in humanity again.
Men, your bar is low. Just do better, man.
Who won this? I like don't. Do you write down the points?
I did.
You did.
Of course you did. Who won?
Hold on.
Wait, we
hold
had to
on.
give
I
up.
need
We had to give out points.
Okay,
Plus
right.
1 to Anna for writing them down. Did she
Yep.
write down ones that she didn't agree with though?
I wrote down all of them.
Okay.
Yes, I
Would
have
have.
integrity.
Okay, so
Oh.
plus 1. Did you give yourself a plus 1 right now?
I did. Yes.
+1 for Marion for coming up with jobs for us. That was very
Agreed.
entertaining.
That's good. Yeah.
+1 to Kara for her number 1.
Thank you.
I liked it.
Yeah. I actually came
was-
up with that one on my own too.
The vegan food
Oh,
person.
yeah.
Plus the
Yeah.
other thing that she got really excited about that I can't remember anymore.
My job, it's fine. You'll be part of it. It's fine.
Oh, the gardener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Professional gardener.
+1 to Mara because it doesn't matter that I give her a pity +1. She's not gonna win.
I think I'm at -1.
Roasted.
That's true though.
Damn.
Sometimes I just like
Damn. That was good.
that's fair. I accept. I'm done. I'm done giving out points.
Are we ready for the totals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, in last place, we have Mara with -3.
What? Wow. I don't even know how you got there.
I didn't mean to yell. Oh my god, I don't ever want to keep track past this episode.
Number 3 is Marian with positive 1/2 point.
Wow.
Kara is number 2 with 1. And I win with 1.5 points. So thanks, guys.
Rigged.
Yeah, we need
We're just supposed to believe that?
fake news.
So much lower.
I wrote it anytime somebody was like -1 tomorrow.
Oh, you believed our negative ones.
If they repeated it, did you write it
yes,
down
it had to be
again?
corroborated. At least 2 people had to agree with the points.
All right.
Before I
Wow.
wrote it down.
It's not a terrible system.
I'm going to try to lose better next time.
We hope so.
Well, congratulations on winning, Anna. I wouldn't have
job.
Thank you.
any other way. I was actually paid to make sure that you won this time.
Mara, how much is her McDonald's cap? Is it like $20 or?
It's like a full meal, you know, like a carb, a sandwich, a drink,
A carb, a sandwich, and a drink.
fries.
Yeah, fries.
No, I know. I liked the way you said it, though. I'm looking for pictures of the mice. I can't. I'm
Where
half
are
paying
you even
attention.
going to find that? Like, it's from
Facebook. It doesn't exist.
It's
Why
from
would you put that
7
on
years ago.
Facebook?
Yeah, why would you put a dead baby mouse on Facebook, dude?
Maybe we took a picture of it alive.
It was a gross ass mouse.
Oh, it
Whatever.
was gross? Why? Because it was a baby?
Yeah.
I'm sure it was dying.
Yeah, haven't you seen a baby mouse recently for the first time ever? A week ago?
No, on TikTok. Yes.
And
And it looked like a weird little rat thing.
Yeah,
It's like a
it's-
heart. Like a heart that has legs. Does that feel accurate? You know, like a little heart. You know, they're
No.
squishy.
no, I don't think so. I think it looks like a little mole rat, if anything.
Well, yeah, but you're approximating it to something very similar. That doesn't feel fair.
Well, the points are over, so I guess it doesn't matter, does it?
So tell me I'm right.
This has been My Top Everything. You know, catch us on Twitter, on Insta, My Top Everything podcast at gmail.com. Interact with us. We're lonely. Slide into Mara's DMs. I'll just say it for her.
Thank you. I am in charge of Instagram. Let's go. Or like not in charge.
You can be in charge. Please.
I'd love for you to be
charge.
in charge of
Yeah.
it.
I'm in charge of Instagram. Slide into my
Yeah, you are.
DMs.
I'm Marian.
I'm Kara,
And I'm Mara.
And I'm Anna.
your winner.
And this has been My Top Everything. See you next time. Bye.
Bye. Wow. I think that went really well. I really enjoyed you as a
That was so
first guest
fun.
speaker.
Oh,
I think it went fine.
Marian's a little salty because
Third
she
place.
legitimately, yeah, 3rd place. Wow.
Wow.
Kara, we have to start keeping track of the points.
Yeah, Grayson, check my math.
Grayson, at one point, wasn't that something that you
It's
were
hard. It's a lot of attention to be paying when I'm not really participating in the conversation.
Poor Grayson. He's got to put up with a lot of bullshit from us.
Wow, that was really nice of you to say us.
I'm glad we got that.
I've listened to every single episode. He puts up with a lot of bullshit. All the
Yeah, but you
bleeps.
said us like you were included in that. Like,